Hello, sister friends. Hey, hey, hey. So good to see you. Welcome. Thanks for being here. I missed you all last week. I really did. I really, really did. I did. And I missed you at James's life too, but on Tuesday I had a chance to listen to it and I was so thrilled to I didn't listen to it all the way to the end, unless he all of a sudden decided to do the book. At least the first hour and 45 minutes, which was only a half of it. um, he said he wasn't going to do the chapter on Robin, so I'm excited about that. That means we'll talk about it next Sunday, or this coming Sunday, I guess I should say. Because I miss Robin's last chapter. It's just not right. The planets are not aligning for me. All right, let me say hi to some people and we'll get to some housekeeping. It is good to see you. Lynn Skinner, thank you for moderating and thank you for being here. And yes, I did have a very good trip. Yes, thank you. Elizabeth Murphy, hello. Julianne, good to see you. And watching the Olympics, that's on him downstairs right now from where I am in my house too. It's been on for a couple weeks, it seems like. But there have been some good stories in it. Okay. Lynn, oh, thank you very much. Yes, everybody, take a moment right now and hit like and subscribe if you haven't done it already. And even if you have done it already, do it again because YouTube keeps kicking people out. I had on my other channel like 2 people unsubscribe, which like never happens. Like I might just only have 4 or 5 people on a random day subscribe. But I've never had negative people, which means they're just kicking people out. Doesn't make any sense, especially since it was in connection with when I posted a video. And whenever I post a video, there's always a spike in subscribers. It's just like people find it that hadn't seen it before, or they saw it for the second time and went, yeah, okay, I'll watch this. But never have I ever posted a video and it actually become -1 or -2 subscribers. So it's just YouTube kicking people out again for no apparent reason. So keep monitoring that. Some of you have been kicked out, you've told me over 3 times. No say. I have no idea. No idea. And other people it hasn't happened to, but just keep your eye on it. All right. Raven Intuition, hello and welcome. Whoa, Marie, good to see you. Jennifer, good to see you. Hi, Mama Squirrel. Raiders Ma. So does that mean Raiders down Las Vegas? Are you in Vegas? Do you have any inside scoop for us if you are? Mama Cat, did I say hi to you? I don't think I had, did I? Maybe I did. No, it was Mama Squirrel. We have Mama Squirrel and Mama Cat in the house today. Linda, hello. Carol Davis is here. Hi to you. Kim Dodd, hi. Welcome. Super Tiffy Lynn, hi. Linda Bonstrom, hello. 80% CMOS, what a cool name. Hello. Kathy Ferron. Would not be the same if you weren't here. Thanks for being here. Ruth Carroll, good to see you too. All right, I think I'm caught up. Let's do some housekeeping. Here we go. Like and subscribe, number 1. Number 2, sometimes, this question keeps coming up on a lot of the lives. Sometimes it takes YouTube up to 24 hours before they'll post the chat along with it. Now, if you're watching it live and it ends, but you started it late, so it's still going, you're still gonna have the chat. But if you start it after we've closed off, which is usually around 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so after about 2 hours, if it's later on and you're logging on, you may not see the chat because, I don't know, I think it probably goes through an AI filter where they're checking for Kathy's speech and making sure she's clean. Just kidding, we got Lynn Skinner in the house monitoring her. So fear not, it would be there. The other reason you might not see it though, and especially if it's been more than 24 hours, is at the very top, it'll say top chat and has a little arrow down, or some people call it a caret. Click on that, change it to live chat, and then it pops up. All right, 2 reasons why you might not see it. All right, my live on Sundays is happening for 2 more weeks with James. I believe we're on our last chapter with Robin. I think that's the last one of this section because we're in celebrity, and I think that's the last one. And then there'll be the epilogue at the end that we'll do that Cody wrote. So that'll be the end of my lives with James, which actually kind of corresponds really well because my weekend retreat the week after that is actually going all the way until Monday. So Sunday I wouldn't have been able to. So it's perfect timing actually for me. But I'm sure James and I will collaborate again on something because I think we both enjoy it. I shouldn't speak for him. I enjoy it. He seems to enjoy it. All right, at the very end of this live chat, there will be a quote that I just pull out of my notes app, out of my phone, because whenever I see a quote that I like, I put it in there. May apply to what we're talking about today, may not, but either way, it'll be something that hit me or struck me at some point when I heard it, enough to write it in my notes app. So hopefully it will be meaningful to you as well. Okay, sub-channels. I have a sub-channel called Reality TV Breakdown. Make sure you go there. All my reviews from Welcome to Plathville and other reality shows are there. There's not a whole lot of other reality shows. I've covered basically Vanderpump Rules, which was horrible. Won't do that next year. I've been watching every season since season 1, but all of a sudden it went in the tank. And then I did some Traders, and that was a fun show. And then Welcome to Plathville, of which I have 2 more videos coming out. I'm a little bit behind with the trip that I took, so I will catch up before Monday night's episode of Welcome to Plathville. You will see my reviews of the 2 episodes that led up to that, so we will be all caught up. Another sub-channel is coming. Name's still up in the air, but something like senior perspective on life or something like that, and it's going to be a departure from this, and it's kind of just following my life in a way, but not like I'm taking a camera around saying, hey, here I am at the park, or look at what I made to eat, unless I made something amazing, but I hate to cook, so I probably won't have any food stuff on there, unless I get like a great 3 to 5 ingredient, 15-minute prep recipe that tastes amazing. Then I'll share it because it's something that I love. I'm not just going to share anything or anything. I'm not just trying to fill it just for the sake of filling it. I thought it would be fun to fill it with products that I like, things I like to do, little home improvement things that I do around the house, just kind of following it and just kind of putting that all together. So it's sort of like, yeah, I'm over 50, but I'm still capable. Also, I was also inspired because this is the year of Jenny, and it's been the year that I've decided to kind of like take back my life in more ways than one. And organization is part of that. Haven't begun that. You might see that on the channel when I get myself together. Catching up on projects at home, that kind of stuff. But also I've been seeing a whole bunch of different doctors, just really trying to get my health, which isn't bad, but there's just been a lot of weird things going on, and welcome to 50. So I have been following up and seeing some health people, and I thought, why not document it? I mean, I don't care. I got nothing to hide. Nobody I know watches this anyway, just my lovely sister friends. So that'll be coming soon. I haven't built it yet, so, but just to put it out there. I will, in the first week of September, be going to Nashville. I mentioned this at the last live, so anybody in the Nashville area that wants to get together and meet up and have lunch. I know Rhonda Delph, I know you live in Nashville. Let's do lunch. And Dr. Karen, retired OB. Let's get together. So my email address, which I think is seniorperspective123@gmail.com. Not 100% sure, but it should be in the show notes because I try to cut and copy and paste the same basic information into the end of all of my videos. So email me and let's make plans, because I'm just cat sitting over there, so I have time to go do lunch or dinner or whatever. Okay. That's it. Oh, the final thing is that this channel, and hopefully eventually my other channel, because I hope to be showing and demonstrating things that I use in my life that I really, really liked. Rotator rod. It's my little teaser. Coming soon. You got to watch that channel and subscribe if you want to see the rotator rod, which nobody knows what it is. Anyway, I'll have Amazon links to all that stuff too. So it would make sense. Like, oh, if you see something that you like, or sometimes people will be like, oh, I love that shirt. Where'd you get it? Of course, most of the time it's Salvation Army. But if I did get it at other places, I can let you know. Also, I don't really go through my clothes that well. This is cute. It's got a little tie on the back here. Isn't that cute? It was my niece's. She had to have been swimming in it. That must be why she got rid of it. So I snatched it. She gave a bunch of clothes to my daughters to go through. I was like, oh, that's cute. I'll wear that. Okay, so this channel is part of the Amazon Associates program already. So what that means is in the show notes below, and my intent is to have all videos going forward in the show notes, and maybe I'll go back and try to add it to prior videos, have the link to certain items that are reflective of this channel. However, you don't have to purchase those items. Now we know we all love our Pilot G2 pens. So I have a link to that, and then I have a link to the readers that I wear. You get a whole pack of them. There's pink, purple. Actually, the one I linked, I noticed has some different colors too. I think when you click on the link, you have a choice of different packs of colors. I got the one with pink, purple, brown, black, blue in them. So there's that. Now, you can click on that link and then go, yep, nope, don't want it. And then just browse Amazon and get what you do want. And they give a kickback. I mean, not a lot. I think it's been a week since it's been up, and I think I've made maybe $2.50, but that's okay. $2.50 more than I had last week. So, those of you who shop on Amazon, if you could just do me a solid, it costs you nothing. I even checked, because I went through another browser and through my husband's Amazon account to look to see if like they bump the prices up or something, and they don't. It's exactly the same. I always feel like I'm so facetious, aren't I? I'm like, it's too good to be true. So all of you, share the link with your friends and family. And anytime you want to shop on Amazon, you just click on that link first. It takes you right to Amazon. And from there, you can go ahead and just do your shopping. I think I might be able to actually have a link just to go through that doesn't even take you to a product first. It just takes you to Amazon. I mean, I know I do, but I'm not sure how it works. So I'm testing that out again, using my husband's account and buying something and seeing if it eventually works. So, yeah, it takes a while because it doesn't get credited till it gets shipped, and we don't have Amazon Prime. But if you don't have Amazon Prime, but you want Amazon Prime, I think I get a couple pennies from that too. So maybe even watching movies. I don't know. I saw conflicting information on that, purchasing video stuff. All right, that's everything. We are caught up. Let me take a quick look before we start our episode 2, which is going to be good because it is Salsa Brava. And see anyone. You can barely hear me. Oh my. Oh my. Well, let me see if this helps. I don't want to blast you, but that should be better. Let me know if that's better. Let me know if you can hear me now, Shannon. Athena's in the house. Shannon's in the house. Lori E. Hi, everyone. I'm Shy Like Robin. That's funny. Oh, you wish you lived in Vegas. You live in Florida, Raiders Mom. That's funny. I'm curious where the name Raiders Mock came from then. Are you a Raiders fan? Or there could be a high school team named the Raiders, I suppose, also nearby. Sam Stewart, hello. Welcome back. Oh, Kathy, thank you that you all saved that chapter for me on Sunday night. I'm very excited. I will see you this Sunday as we chat about it. Lori Karad, welcome. And thank you for moderating. I appreciate you. All right. Anyone else I missed? Lori, awesome. I think if you go through the link first and then you sign up for a subscription, I did that. I'm almost positive I read that subscriptions work too. So I unsubscribed to What were the two things I was subscribed to? Anyway, I unsubscribed to what I was subscribed to, and then I went back through my link and I subscribed again. Just so that going forward, all the auto subscription stuff, it wasn't subscription to like Amazon Prime, but like at one point I had a subscription to the toilet paper, which I don't anymore because I have another brand that I like better, which I think is cheaper at Costco than Amazon. So I still have to compare some price, shop on that. If it's even on Amazon, I don't know. And there's something else. Vitamins, there's some sort of vitamins. Okay, anyway, doesn't matter. New Mexico. Hi, Brooks. Brooks. Where'd that accent come from? Hi, Brooks. Judith, hello. Karen, hello. Volume is better. Good. Passing for normal. I'm glad you are here. Welcome back. Okay. Here we go. We are doing episode 2.
Previously on Sister Wives.
Wow, it started right away. Okay, let me make sure I got this by the mic and have my volume turned up so you can hear it. Anyone who is following along visually, I am using TLC Go, the app. I'm imagining the timestamps will be the same as TLC.com if you're following it on your computer. And I believe if you go through Discovery, for some reason the timestamps are different, which makes no sense. I guess they have different commercials there. So that's the only thing that makes sense to me. All right, we are going to do the previously on because last episode was a good one. Here we go.
Wives.
This whole thing with Cody and Christine is just floored me.
I'm trying really hard not to cry.
Are you angry with her? Are you struggling with her?
It's not what I would have expected from Christine, to just walk away.
We need to kind of carry the torch because he's been kind of carrying it and he's tired.
Life is heavy on him. Like, he doesn't smile. He doesn't laugh.
I don't recognize him.
He's not getting his way. He's not the same.
How's
How
it
are
going?
you?
Salsa brava.
I really would like to have an amiable divorce, and be able to talk to him about stuff.
I'm not feeling like I'm in a great place.
So Gwendolyn's not going to be here for Christmas. I was sick during her birthday.
You were also out of it.
Was she thinking that was funny too?
What are you going to do? Like, you can either laugh about things or cry about things. And if you can't look back with a sense of humor, what a waste.
Well, I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing here. I'm not laughing. I've been laughing with her leaving.
I'm not married to him anymore. So freaking awesome.
He's such a dork. They didn't even have anything to do with each other. Wasn't laughing when she left, but we're not talking about that. So dumb.
I've really
should have carried
struggled.
the
I've been
torch at the
pretty
Olympics.
grouchy, very, very angry.
So you're still kind of angry and stuff?
We were talking with Janelle the other day. I literally lost my. I just survived a real.
Okay. I'm sorry, I just made the JPEG for the next episode. Not the JPEG, the thumbnail. And I realized I used this scene. This is today. Anyway, just wasted about 20 minutes of my life before coming on here. Looks really good though. Wish I had it to show you. I'll have another one for next week. That's okay. Here we go. I'm a dingo.
Really dark
understand
place.
that.
You don't give a though. Look at you, dismissing it.
Okay.
Would you ever have any empathy
don't
for me?
leave. Can we just
when
keep
you're in
talking?
pain, I try to understand you.
Cody.
Janelle, this is a really bad idea for you to walk off on this one.
Well, all you're doing is yelling at me.
Yeah, I've got anger issues. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here with her.
I know that Cody's mad. I've known that Cody's been mad for a long time. I mean, it's just obvious. He just is always mad.
Christine herself, her face doesn't bother me. It's what she's doing with our children, talking behind my back about the reason she left.
Cody can get mad at me about a lot of things. He can name call me. That's just fine. But when he sits there and he tells me to my face that I am pitting his children against him, no, that is not true. I am their sounding board. They get to talk to me about things that are hard, and I listen.
You get me in the wrong place, and I'm just venom and vitriol.
So sometimes you still hate me. It's okay.
It's okay.
I don't want you to pretend there's no point in
Eyes
that.
are rolling back.
I think it gives you satisfaction if I did hate you.
It doesn't. It's
Are you
heartbreaking.
sure?
It's heartbreaking. I really think about him less than he thinks I think about him. I don't really even think about him that much. Oh my gosh.
I wish I was more ambivalent, but
You don't have to pretend. I don't want you to pretend there's no point in that.
I drive by your house and I'm having these, like, literally anxiety attacks.
Coming back to Flagstaff is hard. It's so hard.
I think she's Machiavellian. She plays nice while stabbing you in the back. The evil thoughts I had about you, you know, like, you know, but I was just like, you
So
know.
it's grief over me leaving more than anything.
It's grief of,
Just that it's over. Something's over.
Picture.
even more than that. It was bigger than that. It was my big picture.
It's like he's trying to blame me for destroying his big picture, but doesn't see that his actions over the course of 10 years is what has demolished his big picture. You can't just pick favorites. You can't just stay at one person's house and expect to still have a big picture of a big, huge, happy, big family. We don't even have relationships with most of the people in that picture.
My relationship with Christine is bad because of me and Christine, not because of Robin.
I'm really sorry. This was never my intention.
She's trying to say it's heartbreaking. She's acting like, in every way possible, that her life is better than it has ever been. I thought about doing breakup counseling with you, like, hey, we're done. Let's get in a place where we can be functional, because I don't want to sit here and...
Post-breakup counseling?
Yes. Well, maybe all I need is grief counseling. Well, listen, I got to get in a place where I don't hate you, so I never speak bad about you to my children.
She's like,
Oh,
That's
that'd
my
be great.
worry.
If you need to have some sort of like post-breakup counseling with me, that's fine. The whole thing is very heartbreaking and it's very sad.
That's why I'm talking
I
about
would-
counseling. If we go through something counseling,
sure.
we get over it, we shake hands, we go, hey, have a good life.
I think counseling would be good for Cody, some in one way or another. Cody's dealing with a lot right now. I mean, a lot. I sometimes wonder how he's able to keep his head above water. I would do counseling with anybody in the family that wanted to do it with me. I would do it with Christine.
I'm open to talking to someone. I feel like we're going to do this for the rest of our lives, you know, be in each other's lives for the rest of our lives still, just because, you know, we have kids together and everything.
Well, I'll ask Pat if she's actually practicing in Utah and we can set something up.
Sure.
Well, I got to ask a counselor if that's even a good idea. I feel like, yeah, I need to figure out how to forgive her. That'd be a good idea. But am I ever going to trust her? Probably not.
don't need to. Move on.
Cody's been bringing up going to counseling and therapy for years. We're not going to do it. I'm just going to flat out tell you. We're just not going to.
I think sometimes Cody, in his sort of like optimistic way of looking at the world, his mental sunshine
His mental
kind of
sunshine.
thing, that he sometimes will miss some of these red flags. Even when Christine moved his stuff out, I really think he thought, we'll figure it out.
For years, I cared. For years, I cared. Whatever he needed, whatever he wanted, I wanted to be the best wife ever. Even when it didn't matter to him, I would have done anything he needed me to do. But I'm done. I'm done. I'm not going to do a thing for him anymore. I just want to eventually be able to just be friends. It's more like, how do we move forward and be able to be in each other's company and enjoy each other's company? But I'd rather just come from a sincere place of just being friends. I don't know if that's naive.
I don't know either. There is no way for me to enjoy her company. I don't understand that she says that.
I've seen Cody over the last few years just get angrier and angrier. Like, I don't want to sound like a jerk, but he's like, I've really just watching him and seeing how he responds to things, he just seems very angry.
Unhinged, I would say.
All right.
Thank you for meeting with me.
Okay.
I don't even know what to think about that conversation. Oh my gosh, I'm just super grateful I'm not married to him anymore. Oh my gosh, he's a lot. He's just so intense.
I'm going to take off. Thanks for lunch. We'll see you.
Thank you. I'll let you know next time I come in town with True.
Alrighty.
It'll be like in a couple weeks.
Sounds great.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
I got the bill. Oh, don't worry about it.
One of the things that is confusing for me is that I don't see the deal breakers between Cody and Christine. But I don't mean to cast judgment, but I and maybe it's just my perception, but I don't see where either one of them did something so heinous and horrible that it just had to end. And I can't seem to kind of understand.
I just wanted to be done. I just wanted to get away from her. It was just, I don't need any more of this.
Oh no. It's all about you. Oh, she's wearing some cute jeans.
This was their first Thanksgiving in their new house, and I really wanted to be part of it.
Janelle has decided that she'd rather hang out with Christine. We're not working like a family. We're
Okay, I'm gonna let that run, and I'm going to turn the volume down so I can get by all the commercials. Let's discuss. Y'all have had these great comments during it. I'm just trying to put them all up on the screen as best I can. Yeah, Kathy. I bet he later paid for it too. I mean, she had the bill right there in front of her. Unless TLC's just being really mean. No, because even if he paid it, the bill wouldn't have gone in front of her. It would have just gone back to him or just stayed with the, yeah. She paid. She paid. I'm surprised TLC doesn't comp all these meals. Surprised that they even bring a bill to the table. It seems like that this is like a lot of free advertising for Salsa Brava. We've said it before. If there was one nearby, we'd go to one. Which, by the way, when somebody said there was one in Yellow Springs, Ohio, there is a restaurant called Salsa Brava in Ohio, but it's not this Salsa Brava. I don't think this one even has a second one. The like olive fig, the other restaurant that they go to where he also just puts lemon in his drink. That one and Salsa Brava are both owned by the same gentleman. So they obviously have an agreement with this man that he's letting them use his restaurants during COVID and post-COVID, and then, but I can't believe that he would make him pay the bill. It's a lot of free advertising. Crazy. All right. Deal breakers, for sure. For sure. Spew, sorry. Whoops. Y'all are so far ahead of me. Lynn, good point. It's a small price to pay to not have to talk to Cody anymore. Whatever the bill is. Double it. That's your tip. I'm done with him. Robin can't understand. She doesn't know. She's so confused. You're right, Mama Squirrel. I'm collecting videos on that right now. How confused Robin always is. Oh, she doesn't know what's going on. Oh, playing so innocent. All right. Yeah, Tracy, I thought they did too. Maybe they're just doing it for the show, putting the bill down so it looks like they're paying for it, because in most situations they would. I found it odd that they put it there because in other shows you just don't see that transaction, the bill transaction part. Usually you just show them sitting there and eating and then that's it. And then I assume the show would pay for it. Anyway, maybe they do and they just want it to look more real. Kathy says, it's okay. Oh, this is Atlin. It's okay. We have to figure out a way to cuss at Cody and not get in trouble with Mommy Jenny. Or at least me. I'm a big mouth. Sorry, Kathy. We love you dearly. The chat would not be the same if ever you were not here. There was a time you were not here and it wasn't the same, so. Whenever Robin comes on screen, it's like a dark cloud. Isn't it, Karen? It's just like the heaviness of it all. Talk about talking to Cody being heavy. Like, Robin's presence is just so heavy, honestly. I got too far ahead here. I'm gonna click ahead. It always jumps me ahead, so I might miss a few here. And then the commercials just ended, so we're gonna start again. I live just outside of Yellow Springs. Oh, Lori! At some point, we'll have to meet somewhere and do lunch. Yeah, I was hoping there was a Salsa Brava there, but it's not. Like, the signage is different. The restaurant looks very different. The menus, like, it's different. It's different. All right. Why is it only Robin and Cody that are supposedly suffering? They act like no one else is struggling because of this breakup, right? And why is Robin involved at all? First of all, Cody, it's all acting or it's all just feeling sorry for himself because he's always gotten his own way. And so he just can't understand why somebody could leave all of this. Ew. All the curls. Cody can't even pretend to pay a bill, Mama Squirrel says. That's funny. Yeah. Not only did Robin insert herself into their marriage, she is now trying to insert herself in their divorce. Maddening. Crazy. All right. And now Robin has Brianna so confused. Yeah, I think she does. Brianna's like, I don't know. I don't understand. One day you will, sweetie, when Mommy lets you watch the show. And you get to see everything everyone else is seeing. Lori E, yeah. This whole one family dream, when he keeps referring to Robin's house as his house, and the other houses as Christine's, Mary's, and Janelle's houses. I mean, he thinks people are stupid, I guess. Heard advice from Robin. Wonderful. Love it. Yeah, that's true, Judith. Janelle, Christine, and Mary have always paid for everything. For everyone. And all the kids. And Cody and Robin. Spot on, you're right. What does Tracy say here? I passed it. Tracy, I lost it. Tracy wrote something about him being manipulated and it bothers him, which is true. He can't. He thinks he's always in control. He's not. Oh, goodness. Where am I now? I'm completely lost. And Skinner. Personality test showed that Robin doesn't have a personality yet. Just gravitating towards the drama. which is kind of the pot calling the kettle black because love the show because of all the drama. But in my life, my friends are not full of drama. My family's not full of drama. I avoid the drama. The friends that just like chit chat about each other and talk behind each other's backs and that I have pulled away from because it's just not worth it. You know, I don't like angst and anxiety when you're supposed to be just like laughing and hanging out and having a good time. So she likes it all the time. All right. Yes, they're both narcissists experience an injury together. A narcissistic injury, of which that term I think I first heard on Pop Psych. All right. Cody's pretend marriage is over. Yeah, he's crying over a marriage that he never ever recognized. Huh. All right. Robin's job, where did I see that? Oh, it's just my scrolling, it's different from yours. It's in a different pop-up box and it just like jumps ahead. Then again, I'm not in live chat. After I told you all to go in live chat instead of top chat, I forgot to do it myself. Okay. Yeah, Sam. You go back to the beginning right from day one. The amount of attention he gave Robin over the rest of the family is ridiculous. And how he always has to be with Solomon for everything. Just always. Like, Robin can't go anywhere, do anything. She can't get into a car. She can't get into a graduation. She can't go anywhere without Cody helping her do everything. She can't get the kids up in the morning without him. She can't put him to bed at night without him. She can't take him to school without him. Like, Cody does everything. He's got to be exhausted because he did nothing with the other kids. Wonder if he's ever going to start resenting her. He must love her. All right. Tracy's talking about Ben. Ben's the cousin. He posted a video asking people to buy his book. But he did account for his level of recovery and stated openly he is not trying to say he's completely healed from his trauma. I'm on the fence about Ben still. I don't know. I'm still on the fence about Ben. Something seems attention grabbing to me about him, so I don't know what it is. I don't think he's lying, so that's not it. I don't know, maybe it's just a personality thing. Maybe we just don't jive. I don't know. He's crying over the money that walked out the door. Hi, Isabel Vasquez. Welcome. Yeah, Mama Squirrel, good question. How did she function without Cody? I wonder how much her ex did for those kids. I mean, she was not divorced for long. In fact, it seems apparent if we look at the timeline in the book, she wasn't even divorced when she started dating Cody. So, yeah. Wonder if Robin ever thinks that life with David Jessup wasn't so bad after all. Yeah. I mean, bless him. He has a beautiful wife and gorgeous kids. Like, he moved on. He's over Robin. His new wife's prettier than she is, so he got to step up. Now, I feel horrible for him in that she keeps keeping the kids away from him. But in terms of the Robin connection, he's moved on. She might be regretting. All right. It's the Cody and Robin show. Oh, when he got political. I didn't know he got political. I haven't been watching him. I just hear from other people. It makes more than his ego guy. Yeah. Passing for normal, thinks he's legit. And he might still be going through it. Yeah. I don't really understand his whole story. I think part of the problem is that he's a comedian. So it's hard for me to separate when he's performing and when he's just trying to share information. That could be it. Because he started off as a comedian and then posting his comedy online. And then eventually he saw the subscribers come when he just talked about Sister Wives. So he kind of evolved into that, which is fine. I mean, there's so many people I want to hear from. I want to hear from David Jessup and his whole family. Maybe not the whole family. Anybody who has firsthand knowledge. David Jessup, his mom, his sister, his current wife. She's got stories to tell. Love to hear from all of them. I would love... Who else would I want to hear from? Well, we've already talked about certain kids. If they would speak their truth, I would be great to hear from. There's a few who are some of the people we've mentioned? I know we've mentioned like people in passing. I would love a tell-all book from Jen, because Jen, Mary's friend Jen, I feel like she would say it as it is. I know a bunch of people haven't liked her most recent lives, but I actually haven't caught them. I haven't watched Mary's Friday with Friends for a couple months, but I'll catch back up on that. Life is busy, and Facebook Live, they don't let you like rewind and pause and go forward. You have to watch it all the way through. I don't have the time. All right. In my experience, greed ends in misery. Nat, preach. Yep. Doesn't end well. I agree with you, Black Eyed Sue. All right. Possibly her mother took care of everything. I bet she did, actually. I bet she did. As she was prepping her and getting her ready to get out there on the market. Wasn't that the exact words that Robin wrote in the book? Mom told me to go to this dance because I had to get out on the market again. Oh, I think it was something like that. It was something crude that implied, let me primp her up and shoot her out and have men vie for her because she needs to get married off again. Was not good. Okay, we're going to continue on. All right. All right. Lori. What she's saying is... Oh, the person giving Jen and Mary a hard time has made it a personal mission. Well, that's a shame. That makes me sad. I am a champion for Mary right now. I really am. She drove me nuts through about 17 seasons, but I'm a champion for her now. Although I'm not, well, you know me. I speak my mind. Not fond of Worthy Up, but we'll see. But Jen, love me some Jen. Okay, here we go. Let me get this volume up. Okay. So we're starting after the commercial. If you have no commercials on yours, somebody said in here that their Discovery had no commercials. I can't remember who it was. We're at 11:13. Here we go.
Such a mom.
I remember it. You're dude. Whatever.
This is Madison and Hunter
I said it because
in the kitchen chatting.
All the time. He's like, and then you would insult us and I'd say it back to you. You'd be like, I already said it to the bird.
Maddie and Caleb just bought their first house.
Like dating life, I'd go, excuse me? And you would go, why did you fart?
This was their first Thanksgiving in their new house, and I really wanted to be part of it, so that was an extra fun bonus.
You're on it. Don't do that.
You're tenderizing it.
Okay, look, we're going to rub some oil, okay?
Rub it
the
up.
oil on it.
You don't want to rub it?
Rub the oil all over the breast. All over the skin of the turkey, okay?
My babies that are there, Maddie, Caleb, the grandbabies, Hunter, Savannah, and Isabel. It was really fun. Very different than the Thanksgivings I've had for many, many years, but it was fun.
Okay, it's
kind of sticky, right? It's supposed to be sort of sticky.
Today for Thanksgiving, we're going over to Aspen and Mitch's house. We're not filming it because it's Mitch's family's year, but Aspen and Mitch said that we could come over because there's just a few of us.
Roll it out into a circle.
Janelle's making my rolls this year for Thanksgiving at Maddie's house. Best compliment ever, right?
Okay,
So much fire.
what's gonna happen?
Have I already risen one?
Oh,
The dough is a little bit sticky, but you're supposed to be able to handle it. So if you can't handle the dough, you just need to add a little bit more flour.
okay.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
It was like I almost put it. Okay, all right. So this will be okay. All right, cool. You know, it's just one more piece that makes this Thanksgiving feel a little bit more family oriented to have Christine, even if it's for just a little bit to reassure me that the rolls are okay. There was a piece where I kept thinking, I'm really, really enjoying myself here. Should I feel guilty that I'm enjoying myself here? This represents a really big break in our family tradition. I mean, I had all these mixed thoughts going on, but I really was happy to be here. It was a really great day. We were having a lot of fun. It was perfect, really.
Our family's been hurting for a long time. We've done our best to be as okay as possible. But there's still hurt feelings from 12 years ago. It's just everything's been accumulating for years. It's at a breaking point. Sorry, it's just at a breaking point.
The big shakeup wasn't caused by Robin. It was caused by the fallout of going public.
Not Robin.
And that decision was made by our family before we met Robin.
You know, I was set to have the holidays with the family here in Flagstaff. But there's this huge looming problem. You know, I basically told the kids what their dad was requiring of them in order to come to Thanksgiving. That's what I did. I delivered the facts. I delivered what he said. He needs to do something here. He's the head of the family. He wants to be the patriarch. This is part of that role.
He can't be a leader.
I made the mistake of not managing my family properly, and Christine has left. And Janelle has decided, because we're not in the greatest place, that she'd rather hang out with Christine. We're not working like a family. We're not a family. We're acting like enemies.
We're all separated, except for Mary and Cody and I are together with my kids. You know, my 3 older kids, when I told them that we were going to be separate for Thanksgiving again, they dealt with feelings of rejection. They dealt with feelings of hurt and heartbreak. The question was asked, why don't they care? And I
as a good mother, told them, of course they
dealt
care.
with that heartbreak before.
Nope.
So just reminding them that it's not necessarily personal. Apologizing to them for being the innocent parties in this.
You don't have to apologize to them. They
That they're
didn't
getting
do
hurt
anything.
by this.
I wish we would have gotten things straightened out before now. There's been a lot of offense, a lot of struggle, a lot of heartache. And I don't know what to do about it. And I hope that over the next month or over the next year, I can get these things straightened out and just find peace and love.
Love.
With my family, everything's changing. And I guess I'm at peace. I'm in a very peaceful mood. I'm surrounded by people who are not offended by me right now.
I'm just sad about it. I'm just sad about that this is what our family has turned into. Our holidays are not the big family function that they used to be. It's just sad.
Yeah.
More than anything, I am grateful right now for where I'm at and that I have love and devotion with a portion of my family. And I hope that I can get more of that from more of my family as we move on.
I just finally went,
Unbelievable.
why am I trying here?
Everybody was trying to deflect, but it just kept spiraling. And it was done. With some of the things that were said and expressed, I don't know if we ever come back.
I don't think Robin's ever lived plural marriage, honestly.
I wanted to pair the barbecue skewers with a drink that is whiskey forward.
Whoa.
Because that's how my logo.
One of my favorite lines. I don't think Robin ever lived plural marriage. Gotta write that one down. Some of these quotes I'm trying to collect. Some of my favorite ones. I'll make a reward thing for, okay. I don't know if I'll use it. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Anyway, we don't have to talk about that now. Let's talk sister wives. Okay. The kids, Robin's kids asked her, why don't they care? Perfect opportunity. Well, of course, she set it up saying they didn't care, which is, you know. She said it was all them. She had no part in any of this. And I'm sure she said Cody had no part in any of it. It was all them. And this was a great opportunity for her to step up and parent appropriately and say, of course they care. Everybody cares. We're all just trying to figure out how to work it out. There's hurt feelings. Obviously, there's still love and concern and care, but it's just not going to work out for this Thanksgiving. But no, I don't know what to say to them. She takes zero responsibility, too. Zero. I love how Cody's like talking so over affected too, about like everything's falling apart, it's a mess, and he's like, his eyes are like watering, and he goes, but I'm at peace with it all. I got the people I like here. Like, he can't help himself. He can't help himself. He can't be vulnerable even for a second without going, but I don't give an S. Who cares? I got the people who love me here. You're right. The rest of the people don't love you that much. I've been going back and rewatching episodes, and like, you don't spend a whole lot of time with each one of your kids one-on-one, like intentional. You're in the house. Well, barely. We found out that like all the houses he was in from 6 p.m. until like 6 a.m. That's it. And of the majority of which they were either eating or sleeping. All day long he was at Robin's house. And then on Robin's day, he stayed there all night too. It's not like he flopped and said, well, because I'm there all day with her, I'll give you on her day the evenings. But no. So he didn't seem really connected to the kids on going back and watching it. It's real interesting. He's very performative. He's very, look at me. And little children like that, you know? They like clowns. That's what little kids like. A performer, a clown, somebody to laugh at. But what little kids need is somebody to love and who loves them. And that's where he fell short. Now, thank goodness the moms all stepped in and filled that void for them. But he's just struggling now because kids are so innocent and they give unconditional love. They really do. I mean, obviously, and there's cases where there's a horrible parent that hurts them. You know, it's a different situation. But we're not talking about that. We're just talking about a bad person who thinks more of himself than his family. And yeah, so as soon as they got old enough to kind of make their own decisions, and they no longer had that film on their eyes and the rose-colored glasses were taken off, they were like, oh, he's not all that. The moms, they've been great this whole time through, but like, he's kind of all over the place. All right. I don't think Robin ever lived plural marriage. Okay, I have to say though, I didn't mention this during the first part before the first break. Favorite line of all time. I might have to name a series after this or something. One of the live sessions we do will have to be called. I don't remember this before. Robin is referring to Cody's denial, but she calls it his mental sunshine. His mental sunshine. He doesn't have any mental sunshine, and when he does, it's his pure denial of what's happening in his life. I love the new term for denial. Mental sunshine. Cody's mental sunshine. She said, his mental sunshine. Oh, that was funny. So funny. All right. Let me hit pause. We're about ready to begin again. Let me just check the chat again. All right. Cody rewriting history. Yep. All right. Yeah, I don't know, Andrea. Good question. So dramatic. All right. Robin needs to stop lying that they don't like you. That's right. Because those kids always liked her kids. I mean, the first year they were in the family, it was awkward and odd because they never had stepkids come in. There's 13 kids all being raised together, all seeing each one being born at home, like heard it, and were a part of raising all of them. It was a communal family environment for all those years, for more than 13 years, but for the 13 kids, for about 15, 17 years. How much was it before Robin came in the picture? Somewhere around there. Everything is around 15 to 17, between 14 and 17 years. Like this period up until the catfishing until now, the part up until Robin. At some point I should go down and actually do the math for myself because I just throw out numbers willy-nilly, but you know what I mean. So yeah. All right. The kids always liked the kids after they got used to them. They even showed Peyton was one of the people that was kind of bullying, apparently, the girls. Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't, I don't know. But they showed the episode where Christine sat him down and said, listen, they can pick up and leave. And Dayton, when he turns 18, I think it was, he can leave too. And that's in a few years. So if you're not nice to him, he's just gone. And Peyton's face looked like, what? Like, it all sunk in. And then they were all friends. They're walking together to the bus stop together, and they're hanging out after school together and everything. So this whole, and there's all these clips early on of Robin saying, it's so great how we seamlessly fit into the family. And now she's rewriting history and telling a whole different story. The worst. The truth is, I don't think any of the kids ever really liked Robin. Maybe some of the younger ones did, but the older ones really didn't like Robin. I thought at first Maddie did, just because Robin kept talking about this connection that she had with Maddie, and Maddie was there at the rental house helping her pack up and move there, and Maddie was babysitting the kids when she was just courting. And so I thought, well, maybe Maddie is really involved, not realizing Mykelti was really the one that was her best bud this whole time. She just never got on camera because they couldn't trust her mouth. So Maddie was always on camera. And but then you see, it was an episode I just recently saw about how Maddie said, oh, she said it just to bother. She said something, maybe it was the commitment ceremony. I think it was the commitment ceremony. Correct me if I'm wrong. And Maddie said, what if we don't want to sign it? And then Robin got all worked up about it. I think it was at that point that somebody said, were you really not going to sign it? She's like, no, I just wanted to bother Robin. It's a great line. I didn't remember it. So much I don't remember because I wasn't watching it intently. It was just sort of like a fluff piece that was on television. I was probably cleaning my house or doing other things at the same time I was watching it. I watched them all, but it's fun to go back and watch them now. Okay. Let's see here. Hang out with Cody and Robin or Christine and Janelle. Not a tough decision. No way. Easy. But Robin, you told them it was personal. Yeah. She's such a liar. I can't believe the way that she manipulates her children. Oh, I can't wait till they watch the show. And I can't wait till they're out from under her thumb. They have their own thoughts and opinions. Their spouses may point things out to them regarding things maybe not jiving between reality and what mom and dad might be telling them. And then they eventually later on in life start talking with the kids again. And then the kids are like, let me tell you how it was. That's what I'm looking forward to. And then the book or the TikTok or the YouTube or whatever. All right. Yeah, Brooks, you're absolutely right. Agree. Yeah. Maddie said, nah, just wanted to push Robin's button. Yeah, it was the commitment ceremony. Okay. It was a commitment ceremony. Very good. Yeah, I hope Dayton, too, finds a nice girl, moves off. She's going to want them to, like, live in the basement, he and his new wife. I know it. All right. You think they watch the show? I mean, maybe now they catch it. I know for a long time Robin was keeping it from them. And it is... A lot of the kids said they haven't been watching it since they all started watching it as a family too. Peyton hasn't watched it. McKelty says she hasn't watched it. I mean, she's watching it now on Patreon, so it'll be great by the time she gets through 18 seasons and see if she... Well, she's already has a different opinion of Cody, so... But I love it when her opinion of Robin really changes. Not that she's been saying anything positive about her lately, but then again, I'm not caught up on that either. Life's too busy to keep up on all this stuff. Okay. Let's go ahead and go with our next part. There we go. Volume is on that side. I gotta go back just a little bit. Oh, this is going to be the scene where Peyton is in the kitchen with Christine. Boy, he's so tall. He is freakishly tall. Some of her girls are too. Do you remember how tall her brothers were too? Her mom is... Christine's mom is tiny. Was her dad really... He didn't seem really tall either, but she obviously has tall genes in her family because Peyton is... towers over the whole family. Okay. We are in Salt Lake City, Utah. Oh, she lives in Salt Lake. For some reason, I thought she moved back to Lehigh, but I guess she moved to Salt Lake. It says Salt Lake here. At least the first house was in Salt Lake. Here we go. We are at 1737.
We just had Thanksgiving yesterday at Aspen and Mitch's house, and it was lovely. So last year was more impactful for me when we did Thanksgiving separate because I was choosing to just leave even though I was still living in Flagstaff. But this year is probably more impactful for Janelle because I think things are just more strained between her and Cody and everybody in Flagstaff. But this year, like, it was just easygoing.
I am definitely ready to learn how to make mock tapioca pudding.
Peyton came into town for Thanksgiving, and his favorite meal is mock tapioca pudding. So we're going to make that together. I'm going to make him make it with me.
So separating an egg, you just carefully break it in half. You don't want to get any of the yolk in with the white, otherwise it won't mix.
Mock tapioca pudding was a recipe that I believe my grandmother gave my mom, and it became a comfort food for all of us kids.
So I do have to, how are you feeling about me living here and stuff and about divorce and everything?
Mom, I'm so happy you live here.
No, I love it, Peyton. We're so happy here.
I never moved to Flagstaff. I actually moved to St. George. I started working in St. George, and then I joined military. I believe I was at basic training when everybody moved to Flagstaff.
Peyton's my only son, like biologically, and he's right smack dab in the middle of all these girls. And he's actually doing really well in life right now. He lives in St. George, Utah. It's about 4 hours away. There's always a lot to catch up on. There's always a lot to talk about. And he's a talker. He just loves to sit and have conversations. I just hope for so long things would change and improve and get better, but they just didn't. So, yeah, it was time to leave. And it was, yeah,
I told him, like, in the end, like, I just want to be friends. I just want to be friends with you. I think we're better friends than anything else, and I just want to be friends. And his relationship with you kids, I always hope it gets better. Like, what do you think about that?
I've got my own issues with Dad. It comes better on issues with Dad. I think better on issues with Dad.
Sorry, I didn't,
Yeah,
I know.
No, Mom, it's okay.
And it's meant a lot to me to hear Mom open up about this and not just talk about it, but talk with me about it, knowing that she trusts me with this information.
And so Dad's had COVID now. Robin's had COVID. They've all had COVID now. They got very, very, very sick. Sicker than most people get.
It's because their immune systems are terrible.
Stop it.
Okay, okay.
Stop it.
His sarcasm is not helping his anger. He's just being sarcastic. And I don't want him to be rude. Him just saying, yeah, and they lived, that's not fair.
Dad didn't really like what I was choosing. I made the choices that I made because
He asked you not to go to Grandma's funeral.
My mom's kids and Janelle's kids have chosen a side. To the best of my knowledge, all of us chose my mom.
Okay, Dad ended up choosing Robin's family for Christmas because we want to do a Zoom call.
that whole thing got blown up out of perspective completely, and I'm hoping that that one can get fixed.
A few weeks ago, Logan texted a group chat of the siblings that he wants to do a sibling gift exchange. And somebody said, okay, let's tell all the parents about this. And Robin gets involved in the conversation and says, let's do a video chat.
It's hard for the kids to just jump on a call at the drop of a hat. They're not opposed to it, they just want to have it scheduled.
They have
They
a
were
life.
amiable, they just didn't see how they could make it really work.
I was pushing for the video chat for the sake of the kids. When I was getting all this pushback, I just finally went, why am I trying here?
If I
And I
can't
was
do
like,
it my
fine,
way,
I'm out.
we're out.
You know, this is an effort in futility.
I remember even at one point she said, my kids don't even remember who their siblings are. And Hunter was like, one video call's not going to help that. And it got blown out of proportion that they didn't want to hang out. And then suddenly no one wanted to hang out. And then all of these hurt feelings about when Robin first came into the family came out. And it's like, oh my gosh.
Then it just turned into this whole big, like, kind of squabble between my kids and a bunch of the other kids.
It really just got blown out of proportion, I think.
Everyone's emotions just ran super high. Gwendolyn tried to lighten it all up, and that went really bad.
Everybody was trying to deflect, but it just kept spiraling. And it was done. With some of the things that were said and expressed, I don't know if we ever come back from it.
So when this text thread was going on, I was just ignoring it. I wasn't going to pick sides one way or the other. Janelle and Christine's kids had already
Way to
chosen
lead,
Janelle
Cody,
and
way to
Christine.
lead.
I always wanted to have the family have Christmas together.
It was a horrible day.
I didn't get my way.
I think Robin jumped to conclusions too fast.
It's just another example of them not wanting to be a family with us. It's been like this from the beginning. By the time the whole thing was over with, my older kids, Dayton and Brianna, did not feel comfortable being involved in the gift exchange anymore.
My children came away saying, look, what the heck happened?
When we first went public, the purpose of going public was to say polygamy works. I don't think it works in my family anymore.
My kids and I think it's heartbreaking and stupid because we don't understand.
Don't understand.
And here it is, just another reaffirmation of everything, all the messages we're getting. That we're the outsiders and we're on the other side. We're not. We refuse to be. We don't know what else to do.
I know that you kids have really struggled with his choices.
It's very frustrating.
I know.
I'm trying to, like, make it so he can have a relationship with his dad. But his dad has picked sides. His dad's doing Christmas with Robin and her kids and Mary. But he's picked sides. In front of Peyton, I'm going to say, I think we can work this all out. I think everything's going to be fine. Is it going to be? No.
I don't consider that Dad was a decent father. Because when he was there, and I could always go find him.
Yeah.
I was doing where he was.
Yeah.
But I did have to go find him. But having so many brothers, so many moms, so many support systems always there that helped a ton.
Yeah, good.
It's really important for wives and mothers to help those relationships that the dad has with his children, because he's not there all the time.
It is my responsibility to be a mom and to be a mother, and it's my favorite thing that I do in this life. It's his responsibility to create a good relationship with his children, and it always has been.
You got an amazing friend.
Preach.
And I like where you are.
I love it.
Once again, I feel like our family is just dividing. I think we're looking at a permanent separation.
All right, thank you. Hey, when are you moving up here since we're up here now?
A while. It'll be a minute.
I know you have your commitments. It's fine.
I have a few commitments.
It's always nice to see you.
I don't think Robin's ever lived plural marriage, honestly. Because as soon as she came into the family, even before they got married, I just don't even want to go down the road. It just doesn't help with anything. It just doesn't help with anything. I left Cody because I could see he had favorites. Well, when you have a wife that's a favorite, your other kids are going to see, and they're going to have a hard time with that. And it doesn't mean they don't accept her, but they don't accept her as much as Cody did then, I guess. God.
It's a mess.
You're going to go in and get your ears pierced. How are you feeling right now?
Oh, that's this episode 2? Lordy, with so much great content. Why would they insert that? I was just getting ready to say, I cannot believe this is all in episode 2. Episode 1 was packed because of that whole ridiculous conversation, how Robin kept Mary out of her house when she was freezing cold and had no coat. I mean, and then just that whole conversation was crazy, and Robin not understanding anything that was going on, apparently. And now this one, we had the whole Salsa Brava scene. I forgot about the scene with Peyton. And is the whole Christmas gift exchange. Oh my goodness. And now we get the gifted and blessed with the scene of Aurora. I'll put it at 2 times speed. Getting her ears pierced. Ridiculous. And none of the other kids at her age could get their ears pierced, just saying. And Cody seems to be just as excited. Unbelievable. I don't think Robin ever lived plural marriage. Another one of the classic signs. I was actually looking up that clip the other day. Because, let me go back here. Saw. Black Eyed Sue! Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. James has got the little fun things he puts up after a super chat, and so I thought I'm gonna go up and find little clips, famous clips from Sister Wives. Maybe I'll even do a poll, or you can write them in the chat too. What are the famous lines from Sister Wives that we can have that I can put up the scene really quick? And one of them definitely that I had on my list was, I don't think Robin ever lived plural marriage. I love it. So that's for you, Black Eyed Sue. I don't think Robin ever lived plural marriage. I love it. There's going to be bye-bye. Classic line. Oh, I love the scene. It could be kind of like a scene, but more like a line. I'm trying to make it famous lines. And I guess this is a line. Cody's reaction when Janelle said that she wanted to stay separated, and he's like, oh, so you want to stay separated? He was shocked. The mouthful of beans. Oh, goodness. A couple other ones in there. I can't remember them right now, but I'm going to put them up when a Snapchat comes through. So thank you, Black Eyed Sue. Okay. This is just priceless. I'm loving this. I can't believe there was so much packed into the beginning of this season. All right. Infantilization. She sounded like she was 9. Yeah, listening to her talk, that's why I'm like, oh, I should probably put this on a quick speed because I just remember it being excruciating watching it. Like, it went on forever. I'm like, okay, over, done. Let's move on. Yep. As I was flipping through these when it was going on, so many of you were saying the same thing, and that, like, what's Robin even doing in this chat? Why does she have to insert herself? And the truth of the matter is, if it doesn't go Robin's way, then there's a problem. Like, she just doesn't know how to not get her way. Like, they just hate me. We're not part of this family. Once again, another example of them against us. Because she inserted herself into a kids chat that she didn't belong in, and in her own words, she said, I kept pushing to put it on video. I kept pushing. Now, if Robin is saying I kept pushing, can you imagine the level of how much she was really pushing? Because you know she's downplaying it. I just kept pushing to get this on video chat because I knew that would be best. And then I got this backlash. I was like, fine, I'm done. And my kids are too. I'm taking my kids with me in tow, and we are leaving. Oh, she's a piece of work. All right. Yeah. They do get to decide what they want. And that was the only reason I was okay with Robin being on the chat initially. Now, she should have been a fly on the wall, but she had Solomon and Ari who were going to be participating in this as well. So obviously she's the one that's going to have to buy all the gifts and wrap them, etc. Well, she probably is also for her 3 oldest kids because, I guess, infantilization, she's got them all down like this as if they're all in elementary school. So she probably had to find out beyond there, even for the older kids. But definitely for the younger ones, I thought, okay, if my kids were that young and there was an exchange, I would be participating in it. Because one, my kids at that age would not have had a phone. I'm sure hers do. But they would have not have had a phone. And if they did, I'd be over their shoulder monitoring when they were using it, and I would be paying attention to what's going on in the chat, because obviously that child's not getting in a car and going to buy a gift for anybody. Mama's going to have to do it. So I was okay with Robin being in the chat at first. Like a fly on the wall. That was her role. She couldn't help herself. Couldn't help herself. And the fact that she kept insisting on a video chat and it wasn't going her way, she has to throw in after that, well, my kids don't even remember what their siblings look like. Whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? I said this on another video last year. My in-laws lived in Alaska. Alaska. We did not see them that often. My kids did not see them that often. At most, once a year. For, 5 days or whatever. That's it. But we have pictures all around the house. We kept talking about Grandma, and I kept pointing to pictures. We'd look in scrapbooks. We'd look at past trips we took or when they came to visit us, and we'd point, who's this? Who's this? Obviously, she's not doing that with her kids. Obviously, she sees no value in seeing to it that her younger kids are remembering all the people that they're not seeing during COVID. I'm sure a lot of parents of young children were doing the exact same thing during COVID. We're making sure that they were getting online. She obviously didn't plan any video chats with any of the kids during that time because they didn't do any video chats at all unless it was on TLC. Because they didn't talk to each other. They didn't even talk on the phone. Cody didn't call his daughter for 6 weeks. Certainly, they were not having video chats. He couldn't even make a phone call to say, hey, Merry Christmas. I mean, so whose fault is that? She's making it seem like it's now the kid's fault, and she's such a victim because they couldn't get on this FaceTime chat. Now, do you think that she's going to remember all the kids on this FaceTime chat anyway if you have everybody's faces in there? No, she needs to take the time to one-on-one say, hey, McKelty, the kids want to talk to you. Can we do a quick FaceTime for 5 minutes? Hey, Isabel, the kids want to say hi. Can we do a FaceTime for 5 minutes? Never happened. Never happened, but it's not her fault. Y for Wyoming. That's a great one. That's a classic. That is a classic Brittany, not Brittany. Yes. Y for Wyoming. Love it. Okay. I'm going to have to go back through this later. Do you all have your favorite lines from Sister Wives? Knife in the kidney. Oh, yes. I'm sure I probably have that written down, but just in case, just because I know I don't have the video clip put aside yet. Another great one. Classic line. Okay. All right. Hey, Robin, your kids have how many siblings? You could let them Zoom chat at certain times. Yeah, we're on the same wavelength, Tracy. Then she could get back to her pencil wedding duties. But no. Yeah, and then I have a whole video on that one. Tracy's fractured history and more. Did a whole video on poor Gabe and that birthday situation and why it was so significant to him. I know, I wish they could get out of the house too, Lynn. Has anyone heard if they've gotten out at all? I don't know. Kathy thought of Robin when she was in the car and heard the YMCA song. Y is for Wyoming. Okay. Yeah, she could have FaceTimed anyone in the family. Yep. We stayed in contact. My daughter was in her 20s in college. We made a birthday cake at our house in Ohio. She was in California. And we videoed. And we all went to a different room, so we each had our own screen. So it was like the whole family. And then the cake was downstairs, and we all sang happy birthday. And my husband blew out the candles for her. I mean, she remembered what we looked like. It was just my husband and my daughter and my son and I with her on the chat. But yeah, that's what we did for her when she was 23, 24, something like that. But for her little kids, she couldn't do it. Who was the adult anyway? In that moment, Robin was one acting like a spoiled brat. And still is, right? Right, Teresa? Yes, absolute brat in that moment and is still defending that behavior. And Cody on the back end says nobody understands her. She tries so hard. All right. Aw, Kathy, you're so sweet. Christine could have been the one keeping track of birthdays, so as soon as she left, nobody picked up the torch, apparently. Neither Robin nor Cody found any purpose in doing it anymore. Yep, that's true. All right. Let's continue on this amazing episode. Hey, I have a surprise for you all. Should I tell you now, or should I make you wait to the end? Make you wait to the end. Sounds like a YouTuber thing to do. All right, we are at 26:24.
There's this lack of real desire to get together. But right now I'm excited about my experience with Aurora, and I'm looking forward to that.
Aurora, you're going to go in and get your ears pierced.
How are you feeling right now? I'm feeling very anxious, butterflies in my stomach, but I'm very excited.
She can't even catch her breath.
I used to have an unfavorable opinion about ear piercing. The original paradigm
negative
that
things
we were
about
coming
kids,
from
but
it, and our family agreement was that we wouldn't have piercings.
20s or something. I don't know how old she was then.
When I first married Mary, she didn't have pierced ears. And her mother and I chatted about it, and Mary's mom was like, Grandma Bonnie was like, piercing your ears is against, the gospel, the word of the gospel. Like, you're not supposed to pierce your ears.
I know that in the church that I grew up in, that was like a big thing. You just don't pierce your ears. If God had wanted holes in your ears, he would have put them there himself.
Janelle's coming to the family. Hey, we're not going to have pierced ears because our church leaders don't like it, you know?
I even took my earrings out. And I know it seems like a silly thing, but you know what? When you're trying to live righteously and have a faith and you want to embrace your faith, there are little things like that.
When I met Christine, she had 2 piercings. And I'm kind of weird about, squeamish about piercings in a way. So like 2 piercings was like, oh, too much.
He told me how he hated earrings, and I had 2 on each ear. So I stopped wearing earrings forever ago.
They
I
bowed
want to
down
do my
and
family
kowtowed
right,
to
you know,
Cody,
we're going to
didn't
play
they?
by the rules type of thing. And then Robin comes to the family, and Robin's got piercings, and her dad took her to get them.
He told me that his other wives had given up their earrings, and it was right around Christmas. And I
Wives?
found out what a grump he was through Christmas, and he hated the commercialism surrounding Christmas, and it was always like this pressure
Cody's other wives.
to make sure that everybody got something special. And so I made him a deal. I will take out my earrings, and I will never wear them again if you will be happy and jolly, you know, from Thanksgiving until New Year's.
My attitude gradually changed about it. Robin started my sister wife's closet, and I went, hey, this whole earring thing has gotten stupid. So I'm okay with, you know, like, I don't want a whole bunch of piercings.
It hasn't gotten stupid. It always
Cody
was
got
stupid.
over it, because, I mean, I'm obviously wearing them. I don't know what changed for him.
I just decided I really liked him and I was going to put him back in. And I was over 18, so I wasn't breaking any rules. And, you know, Cody didn't really care, but we still kind of felt like we needed to enforce the same rules for the older kids as we did the younger kids. So we kind of held to the 18.
I still don't have pierced ears. That is purely just because of my skin. I'm allergic to all metals, so I'm just not going to mess with it.
This will be the first time I've ever gone with one of my daughters to get their ears pierced.
For some reason, it never occurred to me
Because
that
none
my
of them
mom
had
wanted
them
to
pierced.
get my ears
And you kicked them out
pierced.
at 18.
I allowed myself to think about it for myself, and then me and Dad started talking about it and had this big, huge conversation about it, and so now we are here.
Woohoo!
She was completely bought into what I was saying. And she thought about it a lot and discussed it with me and her mom and said, I want to do it.
It's kind of a benchmark because Aurora wasn't going to pierce her ears out of respect for me. And I didn't want my daughters having their ears pierced. And my value or my perspective on that has changed completely. And so now I'm going with Aurora, kind of like a sort of an experience, a daddy-daughter experience. And we're going to go get her ears pierced.
Because of the COVID restrictions, Robin and I both can't go. They'll only allow me to go, or one of us to go, and Aurora picked me. And to be honest with you, maybe Robin might have promoted this a little bit because she has this real great memory of her and her dad going and getting her ears pierced.
You're getting nervous. I can tell you're almost
I am
like
very
shaking.
nervous.
All right, well, let's
But
go.
I am all right with needles, so I think I'll be okay.
It won't take long. Let's go.
Okay.
I'll be honest,
She's taller
I
than
don't
he
know
is.
when all my older daughters, when they got their ears pierced. I don't know if they did it, you know, while they're still at home. I don't actually remember.
I think all of our children, all of our girls waited until they were 18 to pierce their ears.
Cody had me on a video call, so I got to watch her grimace.
I've had a deep appreciation for how much Aurora has respected my authority as the father and the head of our home. I just appreciate the respect she's given me on that level.
Wow. Let me see. Wow. That is so cool.
It was just really cute and fun, and Cody
she
being
come
so
from?
sweet and
She's
positive
there.
about it. It would have been so fun to have him have this experience with each of his girls.
I kind of
Would
have
have been,
a
wouldn't it?
confession to make is I went and got my ear pierced when I was a sophomore in high school.
What? You did?
Now you cut.
What? You little hypocrite.
So yeah, I got my ear pierced when I was a sophomore in high school.
Yeah, I knew Cody had a pierced ear. Like, he was he wanted to be the rock star. Cody was in this small town and he wanted to be the big town guy. And I think he just was like, he was trying to be that guy.
I remember Cody telling me that he got one of his ears pierced when he was in high school. I feel like, I could be wrong, but I feel like it was like kind of a dare.
My sister and I are at a jewelry store
in a shopping mall, and we're with one of her girlfriends or something. I'm like, dare me to do it. My sister doesn't even say
Dare me
anything,
to
and
do
then I
it.
do it. I'm like, well, you dared me. You know. Got it on a Saturday night. I did my best to hide it. Monday I wore it to school. I had my heyday. Took it out. Made my mom cry. I had
Are
a
you
lot
proud?
of fun going with Rory, getting her ears pierced. It'll be a memory locked in forever. Just like the memory of when I got my ear pierced, and I'm glad I don't have a pierced ear anymore.
I don't know what the future is.
Aurora had pierced ears in the wedding photo? What? Is this whole thing just made up? My word. Okay. Can we just say, Cody said he didn't allow piercings because the Gospels say you shouldn't. Okay. No mention in the Gospels about piercing your ears, just want to say. There's like one line somewhere about marking your body, but I think it's directly related to putting like idols and that on it, that kind of marking, not. So I think that's the line that some Christians take to say you shouldn't have tattoos or piercings or anything because you're changing your body. Well, we change it right after we're born anyway because we put clothes on. It's like, it kind of doesn't make sense. If God doesn't want you to have it, he would have given you. Well, if God wanted me to see. Should I take these off because God didn't give me that? I mean, it's just such a dumb argument. Anyway, sorry if you ascribe to that philosophy. It just seems dumb to me. So that's his philosophy. But then in particular, he has to point out that when Christine had double piercings, that he was like, ew, because he's really squeamish about this kind of stuff. So she took hers out. Okay, so he's squeamish about ear piercings. We find out he got his ear pierced. This is just a lie. So it's just a lie. He wasn't squeamish about it. And then Robin comes along and says, I've got pierced ears. I'd like to keep my ears pierced. But let's make a deal. Oh, Robin's good at those deals, isn't she? Yes. If you ever fall out of love, let me know right away. Let me walk. All the little covenants that they have with each other, their secrets. Here's another one of them. Right at the beginning of the marriage. Okay, I will take my earrings out when we get married. But you have to be nice between Thanksgiving and Christmas because apparently he was like bah humbug during the holidays because he didn't want to celebrate them. Translation, I want to celebrate holidays. I don't think she just meant, I want you to stay in a good mood. I want you to stay in a good and happy mood so that when we start celebrating Christmas in this family, because I and my family celebrate Christmas, so therefore we will celebrate Christmas in this family. I am bringing Christmas back. You're going to be okay with it, and you're going to be happy and in a good mood when we start celebrating Christmas. Got it, Cody? Yeah, that's what that means. Oh, and I just love how he has to point out, I don't know if any of my other daughters got their ears pierced. Don't know if any of them got their ears pierced. Don't know if they went and got a gun and shot it through their ears and if they have earrings hanging down from it. No idea. No idea. Well, they didn't because you wouldn't let them until they were 18 years old. So, and then at age 18, bye. Everybody was gone except for Robin's kids. Okay. Love it. And then we have to end it with Aurora is so special because she respects me as the authority figure in this house. Head of the house, yep, respect. That respect word. There's another video I'm trying to put together. Oh my goodness, I have so many ideas and just not enough hours in the day. Let's take a look at this and then head back to what might be the final segment. Yeah, it's going to be the final segment. Yeah. Oh, there's so much chat going on here. Yeah, oh yeah, that's right, Kathy. Christine was a party planner, so she knew all the birthdays, but Cody never forgets a birthday. Right. He always let Christine do it, and then he called her lazy. His family never forgets a birthday, because Christine's on top of it. Lordy. Puke is right. Yes. It's still disgusting in audio only. It's funny. Oh. Yeah, apparently Mama Squirrel, they've rewritten the Gospels, I believe. You know, there's a couple different translations. So, like, he found the Cody translation. Oh, it's funny. I don't even think those verses that I was referring to are in the Gospels anyway. It's in the Bible, maybe in the Old Testament somewhere. I don't know where, I'll be honest. Maybe I shouldn't even speak to it, but I don't think it's in the Gospels. Okay. Another example of Robin getting to make changes to the family culture. But there's no favorites. No. Oy vey, the ear piercing. Oh, hypocrite, yes. Oh, Tracy, I'm so sorry. Your cousin told you that because your tattoo, it was the mark of the beast, and yeah. No, I don't think that's what the Bible means at all. Isn't it sad when people take verses out of context? And also don't look at the culture and the time and understand what was happening during different periods when these verses were written. It is sad. He hates that some of the kids got tattoos. I bet he does. Karen said that the gospel also says not to fall in love with a white convertible while one's wife's children babysits Robins. If that gear shift could talk. Yeah, you're right, Karen. There's all kinds of stuff in there you just don't know about. Oh, that is a good one. Where we go one, we go all. Great quote. I think I might even add, this isn't a classic one, but there is that, we were talking about that commitment ceremony right after Maddie said, what if we don't want to sign it? Didn't Robin say something to the effect of, then you can leave the family? I think so. I just remember being like, what? And Cody was like, yeah, no, they don't have to sign it if they don't want to. All right. Okay. Brooks. Well, it's okay then. Robin's dad took her to get her ears pierced. So now it's okay, because whatever happens in Robin's life will become part of our life, because she's perfect. Perfect, I say. Sorry if I'm whispering and you can't hear me. Yeah, good question, Tracy. Can we get a welfare check on Robin's kids? All right. What does the nanny do? Of course. I think I actually have that video clip already saved, but I'm writing it down anyway. Classic line. Two of these lines are from Christine. And Robin's are, Y is for Wyoming, and you can leave the family if you don't want to sign a commitment thing. Yeah, that's probably true, Lisa Rose. He acted like he hated Christmas, but it was because he could never sell a billboard sign except for one. That's the only one we heard about. Values? Cody has values? Good question. Yeah, right, Super Tiffy Lynn? Like, he didn't care about anyone else. He had no idea. Yes. What is she, 5? That's right. Oh, Tracy, yeah, the crepes. Savory crepes and sweet crepes. Oh, the turkey line. I don't know. That might be a little gross. I don't want to think about it. But it was a classic. It was a classic. Is it really Melissa? There you go, figures. Daddy daughter. Yeah. Daddy daughter. I don't think my husband referred to himself as daddy he stopped referring to himself as daddy before I stopped referring to him as daddy. Like he got to the point that he would call himself dad. And I would be like, go see daddy. But they were like single digit ages at that point. So, yeah. That is such a great line. Black Swan Gothica says, the problem isn't nobody understands Robin. The problem is everybody understands Robin perfectly. So true. I hope I hope Aurora's father didn't even see that episode. I don't go to therapy to be held. Yeah, I don't want to be held accountable. That's right. I'm afraid she's going to make me accountable and not the wives. Yeah, I remember that. I'll just write Cody accountable in therapy. Sorry, this fan keeps blowing hair on my head. All right. Judith just got her daughter a What Does a Nanny Do shirt. All right. Well, let's finish this up. Robin's father is a little bit creepy, isn't he? Kind of a lot creepy. I can't believe she allowed him to be in there when she gave birth like that at the end of the bed. Ugh. With a video camera. Ugh. Oh, frontal lobe is something K and R are missing. Yes. What's that line? The frontal lobe. Their frontal lobes aren't developed enough. They can't make a decision. It's really funny. I mean, your frontal lobe is developed enough in your teenage years to make decisions. It's just higher executive functioning that might not be developed at that point until they're like 20 or something. Morticia. I have a whole video on, I'm saving clips of Experience. You know what? And then I'll cut a segment from that after I get the video made. And I'll make it one of the clips for Super Chats too to play afterwards. Experience. It's an experience. Experience drives me nuts. He has two that he uses a lot. Experience is definitely one of them. And the other one, I have to hit refresh on this because for some reason my, oh, it says now playing. All of a sudden it said something went wrong. Maybe I waited too long. All right. Yeah, there's the turkey one. I just don't know if I can go that far. I mean, it was really funny when Mary said it, and I was laughing really hard. I thought it was hysterical. She also looked like she was 3 sheets to the wind, but that's okay. It was funny. All right, I gotta let these next set of commercials go by. But then if you think about it, it's kind of, I don't want to think about it. Let's just put it that way. Okay. You can tell. What's it from? Actually, I think it was Maddie. Brittany, not Brittany. Maybe it was. Maybe it was Leon. I'd have to go back and watch it again now that I think of it, because they were sitting next to each other. Or near each other, anyway. You can tell that Cody doesn't talk to doctors. You never try to have a good relationship with these people. That's a good one. These people. You never tried. Okay, it was Leon? Okay, Karen, thank you. Okay. No, he doesn't have a frontal lobe. He's a Neanderthal. Very good. Yes. Oh, the hormone exchange. Yes, that's a good line. Oh, hat in hand. Yeah, there's so many of those. I come hat in hand. I was gonna do a whole video on that, but I don't think there's enough of them. I think I collected one clip and I haven't seen another one since then, but I know he said it a lot. I know he has. Oh, you think that the piercing thing had to do with Old Testament with slavery? When the slave was set free, they removed their piercings. That could be. That could be. Cap in hand. Another cap in hand. We got lots of cap in hands here. Yeah. Robin circling the donkey. He does have a lot. Yeah, circling the donkey. He's a couple other figures of speech that he uses incorrectly. Oh, I don't have a favorite wife. That line just by itself. I can get that clip from anywhere. I don't have a favorite wife. Until the end of season 18 when he finally admitted. All right. The sacrifices I made to love you. Wasted. Okay. Rewind, rewind, rewind. I'm too far. Okay, so this is Janelle talking at the beginning. Oh, this is... Oh, next episode is the fight with Janelle. Gosh, the beginning of the season was packed. Why did we even need that Aurora story? We've got this coming up. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me turn it up. And beer and Skittles. Another good one. 3324. This is our last segment. Isabel going to surgery.
I go to Flagstaff every 10 to 14 days. It's just business related. And then it's really nice because then I can see Janelle and Savannah and Gwendolyn and Gabe and the boys and stuff. And it's awesome to see everybody.
Hey. Okay. So I just had to order this new Christmas tree because, well, mine is way too big for this apartment.
You got a tree? Is
Yes.
it pre-lit and everything?
Yes, because I've decided life is too short to wrap your own life.
I adore Janelle. I'm so glad that I have a friendship with her. Janelle and I got closer and closer really a lot since we moved to Flagstaff. And with me leaving, she's just been so supportive. I hope I'm there for her like she has been for me. Because she's been extremely supportive of me leaving.
It was fun.
So you had a fun Thanksgiving?
Yeah, it was
and
fun.
Isabel, how's Isabel doing? She
Good.
okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good. She
Good.
calls me like she misses me so bad sometimes.
I think she's struggling that first semester in college. Even Logan, who lived in Las Vegas, was like, I'm going to drop out and come home, Mom. They all have that first semester. There's some
Are you
discussion
talking about next year going to Maddie's again?
See, I don't know.
I know everything's really separate right now, but it can't stay that way. Right?
I don't know.
Really?
I have no idea. Like, I just don't even know. So I just am taking it day by day. It's really just about, I need respect.
Like Cody saying this.
Yeah. You know, Cody always was a really engaged father. It's one of the things I admired the most about him. When COVID happened, the relationships with my children, my boys especially, really broke down. And I think that kind of opened the door for some of the older complaints to start coming up again. I'm sort of stuck in the middle. My boys feel like there's been a definite favoritism and preference on time and energy poured into the different households.
I'm really frustrated when people are talking like this happened the past 25 years. I've always wanted a relationship with my kids. As they grow older, these relationships, they go both ways. During COVID, things shifted. I made it empirically clear that I did not need the boys to apologize. I just need to communicate with them and talk and sort of clear the air of all these rumors going on in the family.
I look at Cody and I think, come on, can you just have a little bit of compassion? You know, don't draw such a hard line.
So I'm not optimistic.
Everything's so separate then. And I think the kids are just kind of tired of pretending that everything's okay.
I don't think it's one-sided.
It's not one-sided.
There's no one bad guy here.
Nope.
I just think this maybe goes back to when we blended families. We somehow missed something. Blending a family is hard work. And here we are, we have a plural family, so it's even harder because of all the different dynamics. My children remember a lot of hurts. I know that they tried very hard to integrate everybody, but maybe there were always cracks. Now that it's all blown apart.
When a new wife joins the family, you go through this process of adjusting.
Tell us.
There were some people that were willing to make the adjustments and were welcoming.
Some people
and then
were.
there was a lot that weren't.
A lot
When
that
Robin
weren't.
came to
I'm
the
sorry, I
family-
have to pause it. Let's just count how many people. There were 3 wives that she came in. Some people of the 3 were willing and welcoming and understanding. And there were a lot that weren't. Okay, that math isn't mathing. We've only got 3 people. I'm sorry. Moving on. Unless she's dissing the kids. Oh my lord, I didn't even think about that. That'd make it even worse. Okay, I'm hitting play. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to pause. I couldn't help myself.
The only people who welcomed her warmly was just me and Mary.
McKelty has
Only
been
people.
talking a lot to Robin's kids and Robin, and they've just expressed a lot of frustration over when the families blended how they felt. It's all really, unfortunately, more messy than I thought. It is really sad. There's got to be some sort of a joke about how many sister rifles it takes to assemble a tree.
Okay, do you see how there's that little notch?
Yeah.
And there's a little thing.
Ready?
Okay.
Watch this magic.
Oh! There we go. Okay, so it's
All
harder
right.
to line up than you think.
It is. Let's cut this off now. Where's your...
Here.
It's very, very small. It's just a cute little tree.
So let's see if the couch fits.
Sure.
Look, Christmas trees are a fun thing. They're a happy thing. And I get to change the color. Technology is an amazing thing.
The tree's great there. I love it.
And the dog beds can be right
The dog
there.
beds are there and they're cozy. I don't know where the
Yeah.
dog beds usually go.
I don't either, but because they usually sleep they sit on the couch unless Cody's here. We have kind of different rules. When Cody's here, the dogs aren't on the couches.
And when Cody wasn't over, oh, we'd play. We'd play like crazy. We'd have
Life was
popcorn
good
for dinner
without
sometimes,
Cody.
for goodness sakes. There's so many things we always do different when Cody was around versus when he was there. It was really funny.
We go to bed later when he's not there. It's kind of a fun perk of polygamy.
It was like either just the 2 of us or the 3 of us. We would just go to a movie or go to dinner or something, you know, just make it pretty simple and basic.
I do want to ask you, I don't know if it's too personal or anything like that, but you and Cody are fine then. You and Cody are good as far as your relationship goes. 'Cause
No, we have to. I think what's happened is the kids, like when everybody moved out, I think it was just kind of one of those things where all of a sudden we're like, oh, I don't know. How do we do this? Just the two of us. I don't know what to do. We're both sort of like, okay, do we keep working for this? Do we...
What, keep working with this? What do you mean?
Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, I don't know. He seems so set about the kids respecting him, and my kids are like, what? I'm not going to sit here and try to put together this relationship post-children leaving when there's not a whole lot in common. I don't even know who this guy is anymore. Like, I just don't see that it's really worth the work. Everybody's angry.
Everybody's angry, right? Even in troubled times, we still were able to get together and put differences aside. And
Now they're on this
aside.
they're beating this big drum. We can no longer sweep it under the rug. I'm like, okay. Now that Robin and Cody and the kids have all had COVID, and there's no longer this need to separate for fear of the disease, we can't get together until we sort this all out. Now that's their new drum. It's the new excuse to keep everybody apart. So there's a lot of moving pieces, and there's a lot. And I'm worried that we're not going to do the work because everybody's so angry. Cody is so angry about this.
Yeah.
He's getting angrier and angrier, and he's getting sharper and sharper and more black and white with me about these kids need to respect me.
Oh, really?
And
It's just getting harder?
It's just getting so hard. Like, it's getting really complicated.
Oh, you know.
So I don't know. Like, I mean, we're not getting divorced. We're not walking away, but it's like, I don't know what to do. So I don't know.
I'm so sorry.
You know, it's interesting because there is a lot of unsettledness in the rest of my life. But, you know, with my children and with Christine, it seems to all be kind of normal. It's like stable. It's how it always was.
We'll see you later. All right, see ya. It's heavy. It feels really, really heavy. It's super great to see her. I mean, her and Cody, I didn't think they were that bad. Gosh. Things are pretty rough right now.
With Cody at odds with my children and Cody and I at odds in our relationship, really kind of gave me a time to kind of reflect on what I needed in my relationship going forward with Cody. Cody and I weren't in that great a place going into this situation. And I don't know what the future is for Cody and I really going forward. Can it be saved? I have no idea.
Next time on Sister Wives.
You have cheated me out of my contact with my family.
Cody, in the very beginning,
No, you make this excuse forever. But I've
shut your mouth and let me talk to you for a minute.
No.
You won't. You keep cutting me off.
No. I don't expect you to try and help us co-parent the kids.
Don't you dare point your finger at me.
I've been here day long, in and out, for all these years without your support.
No. You stay and
I'm
talk.
listening to you.
You stay and talk.
No. I'm not going to because you're not listening.
You're not listening to me.
And I'm not going to.
Okay, so we're done.
Goodbye.
You.
Oh, he's the worst. Sorry about that. All caught up in writing these horrible lines. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You know what's more unbelievable? That all of that happened in episode 2, and we have episode 3 next time is the big fight thing. 3 episodes. How many episodes are there before the real? I guess there's 14. 14 episodes. That being said. Oh, that's another good one, Lynn Skinner. It's all ego, baby. It's all ego, baby. There's also that really uncomfortable exchange when he was being interviewed and he was trying to imitate what it was like, and he reached over to Suki and he grabbed her hand and he's like, it's okay. Like, he was acting on what it's like and she didn't know what was going on, and she's like, okay. Do you remember that in the tell-all, talk back, whatever, one-on-one? Crazy. Culpable. Yes, we have lots of culpables, don't we? Culpable, another favorite word of his. Not quite as much as experience, but culpable, it's up there. More people die from toasters than sharks. That's a good one. I mean, it may technically be true. How many people are actually in the water with a shark? But everybody has a toaster in their house of some sort. I have a toaster oven, but still makes toast. The pencil wet one too. Yeah, I just don't know if I want to remember that, but he was referring to it. I just remember being like, "You are so gross" when he said that. Okay. So, this is what's going to happen. We have the next season starting soon. I mean, who knows? TLC is going to let us know like the week ahead of time. They're going to drop a trailer probably sometime this week, maybe next week, and then all of a sudden it's going to start. I'm hoping it actually doesn't start till September, just because it's better for my life. But I really do want to kind of go through all of season 18 so we have a really good, firm, grounded foundation for this. So I was going to do a bunch of kind of pop-up lives to catch up and get through the whole season. My goal is to do our Thursday nights, to also do a Saturday night and a Tuesday night. So we'll be doing 3 lives a week to cover 3 chapters a week so that we can start catching up. We'll probably continue doing 2 of those when the season begins. So on Thursdays, we will, since that's sort of our set day, I might change our set day to Tuesday actually, because I'm never doing anything on a Tuesday night. I sometimes have things on Wednesday nights. I sometimes have things on Monday nights. And then Thursdays and Fridays when I have my retreats and I'm gone, those are bad. Sundays are not great just because I have kids that are out of town. And then, of course, my retreats that I coordinate, and I do those like 5 times a year. So Tuesdays, I think, are pretty good. Let me know how Tuesdays are for you, if we kind of make our main night switch to Tuesdays. And then, but I want to do Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So what do you think? Okay, Laura, you can't watch it. Are you in a country that you can't see it, or you just don't have access to? We will be doing recaps. We will be doing recaps. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't know if I'm going to be doing a live recap like this of the season, or if we'll just talk about it maybe on Thursday nights. We can discuss, and then I'll do my own video of the actual recap with clips and editing and everything. All right. That was the easy part. That was the easy part. That was a good line. We have the Diesel Jeans model line, but I mean, we have a whole bunch from that, right? We've got Cloak of Charity, the Diesel Jeans model. We should probably do Cloak of Charity, huh? But these are not from the actual show. Do you guys want those too? Cloak of Charity, Diesel Jeans model. I might just have to add Cody and his mental sunshine. I'm gonna have to. Nobody even knows that reference. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they do. I didn't remember it, but I just love how his denial. She calls his. It's not his Cloak of Charity. It's his mental sunshine. Crazy. All right. So hopefully Tuesdays are going to be good. We're going to kind of shift to Tuesdays eventually, but in the meantime, hopefully we can get like 3 of these a weekend so that we're not doing too many of them when the season begins, and we can do a full catch up so that we are all fully reminded of all the joys, bliss and joy of what happened. And we're going to have to do the one-on-ones and the talkbacks and that stuff too, because they were loaded. They were full of good stuff. They were probably not the talkbacks and lookbacks, because that might be harder to just kind of listen and talk about, but definitely the one-on-one with Suki. I mean, we can all go crazy together and scream at her as she doesn't do follow-up questions. All right. Oh, did Cody say? Tony has some zingers too we could pull out, right? There's the whole, again, it just grosses me out, so I probably won't include it, but it was something about being in the bathroom with the women, and he asked where his tampon was or something because he was in the women's bathroom. I don't know. Tony, poor Tony. Not poor Tony, poor us. Oh, 4 wives to do everything. Wasn't that the tables, setting up the tables? To meet his family. So Cody wanted a bunch of guys to come and help and all that, and he was just kind of sitting around. He didn't volunteer to pick up a hand and help move tables around, and he's like, "Oh, that's why you have 4 wives to do all this for you." Something to that effect. Yeah. And we have Nacho Gate. Pick me, pick me. Oh yeah, that was a gross one, wasn't it? My wives were like, pick me, pick me. Panting like a dog. These are good ones, you guys. These are good ones. Love it. All right. We have reached the end. So I plan on making a new thumbnail with a different picture on it that's not, I don't know what I was thinking today. Losing my mind. And then this evening I will post the next live, which is going to be this Saturday. Now, it's not going to be set it just depends on when I can. And I have another one of these big retreats, and it's actually a bigger retreat because we're going to go from Thursday all the way through Monday. So that's going to affect this too at the very end of August. So, which is also why I wanted to start just doing additional days, because I'm like, we started doing this season. I'd really like to finish going over this whole season just to have it in the can in case you ever want to go back and watch it. Or discuss it, or whatevs. Okay. Christina's Church of Royalty. There's another good one. All right. Your quote for the day. Next one in my notes app says, "Peace is the inner calm when you have an outer storm." Oh, I should save that. I'm going to read that one next time. That is going to be that is perfect for next time. Okay. Oh, this is a good one for Cody. Something he can learn. And again, if I know who said the quote, I put the name in there, but most of these I don't know. The quote was, "Integrity is a greater currency than any fiscal reward." Wow, think about that in Sister Wives and Cody and Robin. Integrity is a greater currency than any fiscal rewards. Yep, they're all about money. They're all about money. And the integrity went down the drain, as did their popularity, which I think hurts them more than anything. And Cody still hasn't learned that lesson. He still cares more about money. Poverty. Nothing scares me more than poverty, right? Yeah. All right, I am going to sign off here. This was great. You guys were amazing, as usual. Cannot wait to see you on Saturday night as we watch episode 3, which is the fight of the century between Janelle and Cody. Love it. All right. Mod Squad. Oh, hearts to the Mod Squad. Aw. And if you haven't hit subscribe and like, please do so now. And remember, whenever you go on Amazon to shop for anything, click on the link that'll be in this description below. Eventually, I don't have the description. I don't think it's in there yet for this video. But the last live and the last video I did on, what was the last one? Cody and Robin, somehow. I can't remember. It was so long ago. I feel so bad for you guys. I'm not doing a good job of getting these videos out. Last video that I made also has it. So click on the Amazon link before you do your Amazon shopping. Don't have to buy the item if you don't want it. But then all the rest of the shopping that you do, the rest of that day, even if you go out and come back in. But you could click on the link again just to be safe. I'm so scared about that. They give a little bit of a kickback to me, so I appreciate you. Doesn't cost you anything. It's just when you do whatever Amazon shopping you're normally going to hit the link first, and then everything is still the same price on Amazon. They're not upping the price by going through Amazon Act. I don't remember what it's called, some sort of program. So thank you for that. Thank you. Don't forget the like button, Carol says. She's absolutely right. Good night. Oops, I'm typing, but nothing's coming up. Here we go. Good night, my lovely sister with one S friends. All right. Kisses to you all. This was fun. I went a little bit over today. You're welcome, Black Swan Gothica. Good night, everyone. Lots of laughs for sure. Good night. Good night. See you in